Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So this is the Jedi Master Yoda level, and it turns into the one Bespin? Cloud City? What is it? Is it like Betrayal over Bespin? So is the planet Bespin? I can't really remember actually, but we end up in Cloud City by the end of this video, so it's a little bit longer than the last two have been, and that also means the final one's not going to be super long either. It's a little bit shorter than this one. And this one is longer for the wrong reasons. So if you remember in the fourth movie, there was that level that we had to wait on Chewbacca for like 5 hours to repair the Millennium Falcon. And guess what we get to do again? We have to wait. Is it actually Chewbacca? It might be Chewbacca again. We have to wait on somebody to repair the Millennium Falcon. But for now, we are in the swamps of Dagobah, and we need to get Yoda to show up by kind of fixing up a camp here. We're gonna move some boxes, build some of them. Luke suddenly lost his force powers that he had in the previous level, so that's a little bit strange. Then we can continue the Yoda story, so now we got Yoda on our back after a very brief and funny cutscene that is also linked in the description if you want to watch all of those. And then we need to jump onto these logs that are inside of the swamp. But be patient here, because if you try to rush it, you might jump into the swamp and have to do it again. And now we actually have some force powers, because it makes more sense now. And we need to stack up these boxes. I don't know why the movement of objects through these games is still a pain in the neck. Like right there, my brother had to be nice and blow up the box for me. But I just mean, like, the first time they ever let you actually move boxes and move Lego pieces around like this was in the Lego Harry Potter games, and that was with the levitation, and I'm pretty sure it was in the Lego Harry Potter games. Obviously, the other Lego games had force, but it was all automatic. You didn't actually move the items yourself. I think it was pretty sure it was the Lego Harry Potter games where you got to actually move the items with your wand. And it was very glitchy back then, and it's still not very fun and annoying and glitchy today. So some things never do change, no matter how many updates the modern Lego game is going to get, I guess. And then we can swing on the vines inside of the swamp and work our way over across the treetops. Or I guess these would be more like the tree mid sections. And we can grapple on down the rope. Then there'll be another cutscene, and we have to go fight ourselves. And this is another example of the game being pretty terrible for player 2, or at least whoever isn't kind of playing the primary character, because right now the second player is R2-D2, and in the other Lego games, in this boss fight, R2 would have had to have completed some kind of task to make the fight finish, but in this game all we do is fight Darth Vader, and I don't think we have fought many bosses like this yet, so maybe I don't think we have. If we have, then I guess I've just totally forgotten it, and I'll be mentioning some things again, but we're pretty much... Actually, no, we're getting a tutorial, so no, we have not fought a boss like this like this yet. This is the first time. And we get to see really a cool upgrade to the LEGO Star Wars lightsaber combat. But, unfortunately, once you defeat Darth Vader, you're going to have basically played every boss in the entire game. They are all essentially the same, they have the same moves, they have the same warps. I don't know where the heck I got sent there. It looks like Darth Vader sent me into another dimension. And the biggest thing is just to keep wailing away on them. And you'll see better examples of these fights in later levels, just because it's kind of cramped in here. We're on split screen, the camera is not good in the best of times in this cave anyway, so it's not really a great area to show off some of the actual combat, but you know, the boss is now dead. That was it. There's a cutscene after that, and he chops the head off of himself and then learns a big lesson, and now we're back in space. So now we're going to do the actual level itself. That was more of like an overworld level, and I guess this one's probably a safe port. Might be the name of it, might be named something else. And we're down here talking to Lando, and I am of course going to be talking over their voices, because that's just how the walkthrough be this time. And once we get inside of here, there will be another cutscene, and then that will of course be skipped. And then we got to work our way back out to the ship.
Care to join me for a little refreshment?
Not going anywhere until we get Han back from that bounty hunter.
Then let's get the Falcon and stop him.
Okay, the betrayal is over, and okay, that's the name of the level, Hibernation Station. That'll be the one in the title. Yeah, it's very confusing. Okay, the betrayal is now over, and now we need to escape. So there's stormtroopers everywhere, and we're gonna need to find, well, we gotta catch the bounty hunter, and then we also are at some point probably gonna need to find a key card, but we'll see how that goes. And we get to play as Lando with his strange gun, and then Leia with her fancy moves, and we'll just keep following some of these waypoints. I mean, there's not really a big reason to stick around and defeat all the enemies, but we will destroy these guys because they are in our way, and there are just a lot of stormtroopers here. It's so weird. It's so easy to get lost. I mean, imagine if they didn't have the waypoints. I think I'd be getting turned around all the dang time. And that should be sort of a sign that the level design is not great. If you need a waypoint to make sure that your players don't get lost every 10 seconds, especially because the camera is so hard to see where everything... It's just hard to get a grasp on the areas in this game sometimes. I kind of feel like they could have done a little bit better than just making every single level a long series of corridors. I mean, that's pretty much all they are. And once we walk over here, there's going to be... Yeah, that guy's going to take a key card, so now we're going to have to chase him to grab it. And some of the stormtroopers are going to notice us eventually. And the other kind of annoying thing when you're playing co-op is whenever someone completes like a main objective, a cutscene, like the one we've seen a few times now, just takes over the whole screen, and whatever the other player was doing, it doesn't matter anymore. And then here we need to do the weird Han Solo auto-aiming move, so I think Lando can do it just fine. Lando, whatever his name is. And it's just something that you need to wait for the prompt to show up. There's like briefly one, and then aim at it. There we go. Finally it'll kick in. Very, very confusing. Don't know why they made it so wonky. And then we can blow up the force field behind the gate, or the, what am I saying? The force field blocking us through the hallway. And once that's actually down, at least I thought that's what that did. Okay, I guess that didn't take the force field completely down. We need to use Leia to pull the... oh wait, it did go down now. What? I am so confused about that. I was confused about that when I did this level, and I'm confused about it now. Okay, whatever. Either way, do some of those steps. One of them will work, and we'll need to run all the way down the hallway, as I'm doing on the left side, to find the bad guy to get the key card. And I don't really know why I went back, I think. Oh yeah, the weapons, that's right. If you pick up a stormtrooper helmet... There's a couple of weapons, and also the top. There's a couple of weapons that we can find in there. And it's kind of cool, you know, you get a little loot chest of some weapons that are sort of special. Once the game decides that I am, in fact, trying to open it there. Wanted me to just walk on the stairs for no reason. And this one has a rocket and a carbine, so I'm like, heck yeah, let's try the rocket launcher. Sounds like fun, but the problem with all of these weapons is that they have very limited ammo, and it just was kind of one of those things that's like, yeah, it's cool, but, you know, I shoot this rocket, I think, 3 or 4 times, and then I'm empty. And it's fun, but not super fun, you know? I don't know why games can't just let us have fun sometimes. Alright, so we'll defeat all of those guys, and then blow up some more of the Lego items that are around that elevator. Then we can start to build it. Now we can jump, my goodness, on the trampoline, and that's going to let us grapple onto a lever that I thought was going to open up that door and give us a mini-kit. Yes, it did. That is cool. And then if we look around, we should be able to find the stormtrooper guy that we are looking for. Or did the button already drop? Oh, there it is. We already defeated him. Okay. The key card did already drop. Yes, I remember. I was confused when I was playing through this level, and I'm still confused while I'm looking over it, even though I've done it before. Okay. So now we can put the key card in the door, and we'll finally be able to get on out to the Millennium Falcon. So this will once again be the part that I was talking about earlier. I'm going to mute the rest of the video and just probably let it play out. I mean, why not? There's going to be that health bar at the top that Chewbacca, yet again, I was correct, has to fix all the way from the bottom up to the top. And the whole time this is happening, we are going to get endlessly bombarded by stormtroopers, and we're also going to get shot by Slave 1, or whatever they're calling the ship now. And that's going to just be something you'll have to deal with. You could just sit still and do nothing, and it'll still finish, or we can build those guns on the left and right side of the bridge here and just fire away at the stormtroopers. Every now and then when... It's Django in this movie, right? Every now and then when... No, is it Boba? We're back. This is Boba Fett, right? And I'm pretty sure it's Boba. Anyway, one of the Fetts. Every now and then he's gonna come fly around and shoot at you, and you can just take him down in a matter of seconds with these guns, and that'll be it for the level.
Supposed to concentrate with all this blaster power. You get your book with you. Just so you know, every second that passes, drastically lowers the odds of us escaping. It needs a full service and we will never get away.
I really don't like that bounty hunter.
You and me both.
So much for your sake, huh?
They better not have touched my cane. Get to the Falcon, quick!